No longer that you're going to sit there and get held back for people that tell you that you can't do something. The only person who can hold you back, let me get close, it's you. You're the only person who can tell yourself no. You're the only person that can say that I can't do this. Ain't no other being out here that's going to tell you that you can't do something. That may be their own personal opinion, but at the end of the day, you are the one who can make that decision for yourself.
We rolling? Oh, my bad, we rolling. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter what time it is when you're seeing this video. It is time, and guess what? Y'all should know what time it is. It is time. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that for your boy one time. You won't be disappointed. Now let's get to the video.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope that y'all having a wonderful start to y'all day so far. Oh, y'all don't see me? Guess what? I'm right around the corner. I'm peeking. Hey, what's up? Y'all ready for me? All right. Hey, what's up? Look, it's the small things in the world that matter to me the most. Got a microphone now. I can talk to y'all. I can be in another room. I can be in front of the camera. Y'all can still hear my wonderful voice. I know, right? It's amazing. Let me go and close the door real quick. Like I said, it's just the small things. It don't take a lot to make me happy. It's just the small things in life that I appreciate than I used to when I was younger. I ain't that old now, but that was some years ago, so many moons ago. All right, so our conversation that I want to have with us today, I want to talk to y'all, is having the ability to look within yourself. You gotta sometimes sit back and you gotta reevaluate yourself as a person. Like, I'm gonna stand up. I had to evaluate myself as a person. Before, I weighed 295 pounds. Now, your boy is down to around 273, 274. I gained a little bit of weight, but it's okay. It's not 295. So I had to sit there and reevaluate myself. So let's have this one-on-one conversation. When it comes down to evaluate yourself, it's not always about being on the physical side. What I'm talking about is evaluating not only on the outside, but evaluate how you are on the inside. We are in February now, and really within this week, this real first official week of February, this is going to be the opportunity to reevaluate yourself, rebuild your structure, rebuild your platform. And not talking about social media platform. I'm talking about your physical platform, your being on the inside, from your crown all the way down to your root chakra and everything else in between. So you got your crown, you got your third eye, you got your throat chakra, you got your heart chakra, you got your solar plexus, you got your sacral, you got your root. Those are the things that's in between. This is the opportunity for you to restructure and recategorize things in your life. Where it comes down to, sometimes a lot of us, we have people that place us on a pedestal higher than what we think that we really are. Sometimes we got people out there that throw dirt on our name. They be talking everything, they be calling us every name under the sun but the child of God or the creator of the universe. They do all those things and they judge. Half the time, when people be making these make-believe facts or fictions about you, you gotta sit back and ask yourself, is it true what they say about me? If it is, okay. But if it's not, this first week in February, the official first week in February, is your opportunity to be able to rewrite your path, rewrite your history, rewrite that chapter, rewrite that book that people perceive you to be. They think that you're this person, but in actuality, you're really not that person. That's where you gotta look from within, and you gotta work on yourself on the inside. You gotta pull up that imaginary mirror. If you got a regular mirror, you can look in that. But when I'm talking about a mirror, I'm talking about looking at yourself, that surpassing your physical appearance. You gotta look at your being within the inside, your soul, your spirit. Don't fret. If you haven't got to that point yet, you just sit there and you have your conversation with yourself. You ask yourself questions. For example, am I happy where I am in my life right now? If I go back and look 3 months, 6 months, a year ago, where am I now than where I was? If I look back a year from like a year ago and see where I am now, am I happy in the place that I'm at? Am I happy with the accomplishments, the goals I set for myself? How many of those goals did I actually achieve? Are there goals that still to be worked on? Are there goals that I need to expand, lengthen out that timeline so I can complete that goal? How many steps have I completed towards that long-term goal that I desire? When it comes down to it, within this month of February, within this first week of February, it's going to be the fact that people are going to look at you different. If you have been making some strides and changes for your life, people are going to look at you so much different than what they did before. It's almost like they pulling out this book, like a instructional guide on your life, and they looking at the table of contents. They looking at the contents, and they going through the chapters, and they're reading the chapter, and they're looking up at you. They're looking at the chapter, and they're looking up at you. And apparently, some of these words within these pages in this chapter doesn't match. You want to know why it doesn't match? Because of the fact that this is the opportunity for you to rewrite your chapter, rewrite your book. If people are saying things about you, and we're going to look at it both in a positive and a negative way. If they speak negative on you, go ahead and reevaluate yourself. Acknowledge the negativity that they put on your name. See if it's true or not. If you know for yourself that it ain't true, go ahead and continue to keep doing what you do best. Continue to keep working, building towards yourself. Because that's the best thing that you could ever do for yourself is continue to keep elevating and mastering your abilities in the now. That's the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. And then that's when people are going to look back and they'll say, well, so-and-so said this about you, or they said this about you. But now that I see you physically right here in front of me, I see it's not true. So my biggest thing to you is work on shaping and reshaping your foundation to what you want people to see of you, which requires you to be your true authentic self. Not saying that you can't go out there and fake the funk. You can go out there, you can be with anything that you want to be, but are you going to be happy with the results? When you have the fame, you have the fortune, you have people that wasn't around you before, now they hanging around you because you had this new persona of this person that you created. But really ask yourself that question. How long can I keep this act up? Am I really being authentic? Am I really being authentic to myself? Am I being true to myself to where I'm being true to others? To where I don't have to keep up this act of making it seem like that I'm somebody when I'm not. You have to be comfortable being in your own skin. And it's okay. I was one of those people who wasn't comfortable in my skin. I always tried to make everybody laugh. I tried to please everybody. I tried to come up with these different personalities. I tried to fit in with people. But it bit me in the ass at the end of the day because the fact that it was too much shit. It was too much that I had to do. It was like working a full-time job. It was like working like 5 or 6 full-time jobs to where I forgot who I was a person at the end of the day. But I had to sit back and reflect on myself. I had to reevaluate and think, yes, I made people happy because of the different personalities that I can give off. But am I really happy about the decisions that I have been making? Am I happy with the person who I became? And at that moment, no, I didn't. So I had to do some reevaluation. I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to get my magical pen, my magical marker, and my eraser, and my pencil. Every utensil that you could think of, I had to get that because I had to go back and rewrite my book. I had to get myself realigned to who I truly am as a person, the person who I am behind closed doors when nobody was around. That was my true authentic self. But as soon as I stepped outside those walls and I went out that door, I was a completely different person because I wanted to fit in. Do you really want to try to fit in with society? It's hard work. Take it from me. Trying to fit into society, it's hard. But when you start being true and being your authentic self, can't nobody take that away from you. There's a special place for people like us who want to be true and who want to be authentic. There is a special place for our friends, the people, the real people who's actually going to be there for us because for who we are as a person. There's always going to be a place. There's always a place for us here. So I don't want you going out there thinking that you have to be something that you're not just to fit in. You can fit in by being yourself, and who you are truly as a person, the right people are going to come around you, the right circle, the right soul tribe, the right people, spiritually and non-spiritually. They're going to be the ones that's going to be around you. Those going to be considered your unconditional friends. They're going to love you regardless. They're going to love you unconditionally. They're going to love you whether you say something that's going to piss them off. They're going to love you when you say something that's going to make them happy. You don't have to fake it. If you speak your truth and be honest, they can't take that away from you. They more so going to respect you more than to envy you. And if they envy you and they despise you and they dislike what you said about them, that's not on you. You're just being completely honest. If a person laughs back out at you and they have an attitude towards you, that's just because of the fact that they actually still have some things within their self that they're not comfortable with. They're not comfortable with themselves until they gotta sit back and they gotta reevaluate themselves so they can start being either true and authentic to themselves as a being, or they gonna continue to be in that infinite loop of trying to fit in with society. We don't do that over here. So I wanted to just bring you guys up to speed on that. But really, since we're in February, Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is going to enhance, it's going to amplify emotions. It's going to amplify everything that you already feeling right now. It's going to amplify that times 10. So when it comes down to Jupiter, it doesn't read labels. It doesn't see positive. It don't see negative. It don't see no in between. Jupiter is Jupiter. I'm just here to amplify anything that's going on in the universe. I'm just here to amplify this. I'm here to up the ante. Wherever you do with that, whether if it's positive or negative, that's your choice. It's your own free will. But Jupiter don't see no color. It don't see no positive or negative. It's just here to amplify everything times 10. So anything that you do, it's going to be on your choice. It's going to be on you, on how you perceive it and how you're going to take it. Just like when I say it comes down to people seeing you differently, you guys sit there and think about it like, hey, what do I want to become? Am I happy where I am right now? Where do I want to see myself? Those are the true questions that need to be answered. And also with things being amplified, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see some opportunities, but that don't mean jump on the first opportunity that you see, because it's like a mirage. It's like a funhouse mirror. It's like blowing smoke and mirrors. You think that you actually have like a great idea and it's going to be like in the forefront in the now, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is my opportunity. And then other times, like it'll be here today and gone with the wind tomorrow. It's just a mirage to test you to see where your faith is. Are you just gonna act on it, or are you gonna sit back and you're gonna pause and you're gonna think about it? Think about what's going on in front of you. Because I hope if you haven't noticed it or not, back when I said in my other video, I'm gonna end up pinning it up there on the screen. But in my other video, I said that your higher self, back in 2024, your higher self is leaving you those breadcrumbs to lead you to 2025 to get you to where you are right here, right now. We're in 2025 right now. Now, The thing about it is, within this week of February, you're not just making changes for your daily. You're not making daily changes. You are making changes and you leaving breadcrumbs and you pathing your future. You pathing your destiny for the remainder of the year. So when it comes down to making these decisions, you gotta really take heed to the signs. A lot of us don't understand that when it comes down to the signs, sometimes the signs can be right here in front of us. The patterns, like as of right now, we shaping the patterns that we're going to go through, whether if it's going to be positive or it's going to be negative. Let me explain it. When it comes down to those patterns, and you see those opportunities, you will not just going. They're just not going to pop out in front of you like, they're not going to pop out on you like that. They may end up, opportunities may present themselves in conversation. When it comes down to past relationships, conversations through the past relationships, some things that may trigger you within that past relationship. When you think about it, the person may come back around. You gotta sit back and you gotta think about it for a second. Depending on what the situation is, everybody's situation is different. Everyone's path is different. So you have to trust your intuition. You gotta trust your gut. More so, don't listen to your heart. Trust your instinct. This is where it's all right here. Your instinct is in your gut. That's never going to lead you astray. So you got to sit there, you got to take it with a grain of salt, and then you got to process it and think about it. But don't think about it too long, because some of those opportunities are going to be valid. Some of those opportunities are going to give you like those second chances in life. Like you may, when it comes down to relationships, you may have a relationship that didn't work out, or you didn't have an opportunity to get into that relationship because you was hesitant and you were scared to say something, and the opportunity left you. It left within your grasp. It wasn't there no more. It comes back in full circle. This is your second chance. This is your opportunity. When it comes down to you getting the relationship that you desire, if it's trying to land the job that you desire, if it comes down to having a plan that you want to set in place and you want to execute it and initiate it, or it could just be your self-growth, learning something new. You got to learn how to heed the signs. You got to take the opportunity. Because not only that it's the feeling that you thinking that somebody's watching you and you think that people are the physical beings, like other human beings, like you and me. You think we're sitting here watching you. It's not even that. It's not even really people that's really watching you. It's wherever that you believe in. Whether if you want to call it faith, whether you want to call it being out in the universe is watching. It's like playing chess right now. Every single move that you make, you pretty much playing chess on the game that you basically playing chess that you didn't even know you was even playing. It's you against the universe. Like I always tell you, the universe works for you and not against you. But in this opportune time right here, the universe is here with you. The universe is watching every single move that you make. So make sure, is it positive or negative? The universe is watching. For others that say like, hey, we believe in God. We got the man upstairs, our creator. He's watching. It's like playing chess. Every single decision that you make is like a chess piece being moved on that board right now. It's entirely up to you on how you're going to perceive it and how you're going to move. But just remember that God, our creator, the universe, is watching, because that's paving and creating your foundation. And this is your opportunity to shape your foundation, to shape your reality the way how you want to shape it. And if you let that opportunity pass, it's going to shape itself. And you may not like the results at the end of the day. That's why I can't tell you this. I can't push this on you enough. I can't stress it to you enough that when it comes down to it, you are the author of your own story. You are the creator of your own reality. You see the foundation, you standing right in the middle of it. Come on now. You standing right in the middle of your foundation. Build that shit up. Build it the way how you want to build it up. Don't sit back and just let things build for itself. Because we already know that if you have your 2 cents that you want to put in, you had the opportunity to make your changes. But instead of you saying something, you sit back. You just sit back and allow it to build itself. And then when it's built, we don't like the way how it's built. This may be your only opportunity to within this lunar cycle and this phase and the moon and everything else that's in between. The way how the moon is communicating with Jupiter, this is your opportunity to shape your reality, to build your foundation the way how you want to build it up. Ain't from nobody else. It's all about you on how you want to build your foundation. By all means, if you want to go ahead and build it the way how you want to, come on, let's get this shit. Let's get to it. But if you one of those people who still want to be like how I was in the past and want to be nonchalant, you want to be passive, I'll just get to it later. I'll get to it eventually. Or you know what? I'm gonna allow things just to take shape for itself. I'm not gonna put no work into it. If that's you, I'm sending love and light your way. But when it comes around to it, when your foundation is built and it's not the way how you want to build it, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. You had the opportunity to change that. And you still had the opportunity to change and shape your foundation, but it's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because in order for you to reshape your foundation, you're gonna have to take a sledgehammer and you're gonna have to break down every piece of that wall to go right back to the beginning and to start fresh. When you had the opportunity to build it the way how you want to build it, you want to mold it the way how you want to mold it, shape it the way how you want to shape it, cut it the way how you want to cut it, stack it the way how you want to stack it. It's entirely up to you on how you want to do that. That's all I'm saying. I'm real big on speaking my mind. And I know on this platform, there's a lot of people that's out there who's scared to speak their mind. This is the year for you to speak your mind. And if people don't like what you gotta say, just be respectful about it. That don't mean that you gotta go out here, you gotta call someone out their name, you gotta cuss them out, you gotta try to show your dominance, you gotta yell, you gotta speak at a higher tone, pitch of your voice. You don't have to do that. Just be respectful. You can always get your point across respectfully without having to yell. Because just because a dog barks the loudest don't mean that his bite is going to be the strongest. The people out here who bark the loudest, their bite is weak. Let them underestimate you. The people, and I'm speaking to the people out here, the ones who have been overlooked. This is your time to make yourself be relevant, make yourself be heard, make yourself be known. For people who's quiet, this is your opportunity to use that voice that you had deep within you this whole entire time. This is you. You can do this. Use your voice. You was given a voice for a reason. Use it. Speak it. Speak your truth. Speak exactly how you feel. For people who always want to work in the background all the time, this is your opportunity to step in front of that crowd, to shine. Let them see who you truly are as a person. And not speaking your truth. Showing the world exactly who you are as a person. This isn't the time to be shy no longer. Use this opportunity to shine and to show people what you really made of. Show them that creative side of you. Show them that compassionate person. But at the same time, show them that you're not one to be played with. You're not a doormat for someone to walk over you. That's all I'm saying. I just want to unite us. I want us to be strong. I want us to be able to use our voice because this is coming from a person who was nonchalant, who was quiet, who wanted to work in the background, who didn't want to speak his mind, who didn't want to speak his truth, who wanted to spare people's feelings because I wanted people to be happy. But really, truth be told, I was messing myself up because I wasn't using my voice. And then when I tried to use my voice, people never heard me because they didn't take me serious. And by the way, for the people who's out there who was never taken serious, this is your opportunity to step out of that shadow and step into that light and show them exactly who you are as a person. Show them that you can be serious. Show them that they gotta take you serious. That's all I'm saying. This is your time. This is our time right now to step out of that shadow and step into the light. Look at this. You see that light? That's you. Step into that light. This is you. Okay? I hope that this was inspirational enough. I hope this was giving you some motivation. some positivity, some affirmations, to be able to go out there and do what you desire. No longer that you're going to sit there and get held back for people that tell you that you can't do something. The only person who can hold you back, let me get close, it's you. You're the only person who can tell yourself no. You're the only person that can say that I can't do this. Ain't no other being out here that's going to tell you that you can't do something. That may be their own personal opinion, but at the end of the day, you are the one who can make that decision for yourself. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. I love you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And also, share this with someone who actually needs to hear this. Share it. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family. I love y'all. Take care. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.
Y'all didn't sit here and watch this whole entire video without hitting that like or that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit one of those for me. I greatly appreciate it. As a matter of fact, go ahead and take a look at the next video right up here on the screen. Like I say, you won't be disappointed. I love you. Take care and see you on the next one. Bye.